How come you guys don't ask your buddies how their day went or talk about gossip, drama like women do?
Because my day was pretty good, and yours was alright.
Details aren't necessary unless it was interesting.
Because we are more interested in escaping this rather than reliving it.
Because the answers will always be the same. Nothing usually happens that's notable in my day enough to make conversation about it. I would just give a cop-out answer like, same as every other, or, nothing.
Begin transmission. Oi, B. Oi, A, how is it? B. Good. End transmission.
Our days are the same, we all understand the daily struggle. Why talk about it? If we get a chance to talk, let's escape let's talk tech, sports, hypotheticals, etc. I don't understand the obsession with knowing what other people are doing.
Look, with my friends I finally get a pause from my life. Have they got some deep? Sure, I listen and I am there for them. But I'd rather forget all the in my day-to-day with them.
We ask how's it going all the time. We just give short and to the point answers like, good. You?
Because I don't care how his day went, what he had for breakfast, did he afterwards, and what happened at work. Or rather, if there's something interesting or something I should know, he'll tell me anyway. Usually we have more interesting. That's a good point. When I get back after meeting mine and wife's common friends on my own, she asks me, what's new with X? And usually I honestly answer, I don't know, because I didn't even ask.
I ask how their day has been. That's just couldn't give less of a about gossip or drama. Near enough, the only time I ever hear about any gossip or drama is when a female friend brings it to me. I assume I don't get this with my male friends, either because they want to deal with whatever it is by themselves or because they have none to share.
Our days are just work and are mostly boring, and B, we don't want to think about work in our time off. And if you gossip drama over someone, don't be surprised if the topic turns to sharing, judging all you're at some point in the future. And none of us, well, the men I know, want that to happen, so we talk about stuff other than work and ourselves. Sports, video games and so on.
Lol, just this last week I went back to my college town to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with all my college buddies. Met hundreds of dudes I knew in college and asked them this, how's everything going, man? And I got literally the exact same answer word for word from every single one, going well buddy, still working at. What about you? Now when I asked the ladies question, there was normally a lot more to the answer. Lol.
Office gossip stays at the office. Hangout time is fun talk.
I mean, some stereotypes exist for a reason. Men tend to be more interested in things. Women tend to be more interested in people. My friends and I talk about movies, shows, guns, cars, stuff like that. Of course, no stereotype is completely true. I used to have a friend who would come over for our weekly wrestling nights, and he was the biggest gossip I've ever met. Never shut up about what X or Y was doing at work, who was sleeping where. No matter how often we told him we didn't care, he'd gossip like an old lady in one of those black and white sitcoms from the early days of television.
Guys gossip constantly, just usually about information and application. Hunting people down the social structure due to unconfirmed information about how smart they are or what they were thinking when they messed something up.
We do. It's just usually two-word answers. As for gossip, it's the same thing. Men are on the same frequency and words aren't necessary to communicate.
Guys don't care. We hate drama and gossip.
We do. What stereotype are you buying?
Because women talk, men do. Women get together purely for conversation, for the conversation is the activity. That's why they meet to have tea, mimosas or Starbucks. With men, conversation happens as an addendum to an activity like fishing, watching a game at a sports bar or working on a car.
I don't care about gossip and avoid people that do. Also, if my friends want to they would call me. I got more important things to do with my time. When does gossip turn productive?
For me, talking about work would bore and stress me out. Talking about dumb with my idiot friends is a stress reliever for all of us. Yeah, short and sweet, and a complete answer BTW. Thumbs up.
But every once in a while it's, holy, dude.
And now we should drown our sorrows with beer.
This
I wanna know what my boys think about big topics or have a good time together while we can, not why their workday was or make them relive their problems. Life sucks sometimes.
Actually, men love gossip, drama just as much as women do. The only difference is they don't get it as easily as women. Women connect, very few topics are off limits. A woman will know more about another random woman after 2 hours of hanging out with her than a man will know about another man after 6 months of being. Rarely tell each other out of fear of judgment, whereas women will tell you the most embarrassing they've been through and laugh it off with a complete. Single guy friend I've had has enjoyed gossiping. My brothers enjoy gossip. My dad enjoys gossip. My dad's co-workers enjoy gossip. Everyone loves men opened up with each other more often. You'd see men gossip just as much as women do.
Lol. Same answer every time. How do you think my day was? I was at work. What about that game last night though?
You missed 2 words. Let me fix transmission. A, oi, B, oi, A, how is it? B, good you? Good, end transmission.
My GF knows more about what's happening in every member of my family's lives than me. She had to remind me my cousin was married and my brother moved.
Unless something really cool or really up happens, yeah, totally. Generic recounting of mild drama or the likes isn't something I want to continue once it's and every time I engage in this type of conversation with a partner when they've asked. It generally is just an in for them to drag up their day, so I ask them first so they can offload and then enjoy a work-free evening.
Talking hypotheticals, haha. I never realized, but we definitely do like to do that.
Correct. Pretty good. If it's an absolutely incredible once-in-a-lifetime kind of day. Good covers anything from fantastic to meh. Alright, covers anything from meh to pretty miserable. Any negative adjectives are reserved for disaster.
I find this very ironic since all over this sub, people complain that us men are lonely and can't open up to our friend group. Maybe if we actually made a concerned effort to learn what is going on in each other's life, we would actually have higher quality friendships. Us men act like we don't want to talk about what is going on in life, but if you actually listen, many are just desperate to be actually heard from their own friends.
Would you tell her even if you did know? I know there are a lot of things about our lives that my friends and I know about each other that our SOs aren't privy to.
Greater than he'd gossip like an old lady in one of those black and white sitcoms from the early days of this description. I have a guy friend who's similar. Whenever people ask why guys don't gossip, I always think of his never-ending stream of gossipy jibber-jabber.
Sometimes I'm with my boyfriend when we are hanging out with our friend group and I never really hear them talk about each other's day. Just maybe the latest news on the new AC leak or PS5 Pro that might be coming out.
Women enjoy face-to-face time, men enjoy side-by-side time.
Yeah. When I take off my scrubs at the end of my shift, that's when I leave my job as well until the next shift. I don't want to spend a second thinking about work when I'm not paid to.
Talking shop if your best friends work in semi-related fields is a lot of fun though. It adds another level of fun to, holy you will not believe what this random idiot did today.
Now let's get into the real, what's up with the pyramids.
Talking dumb with the homies is such a precious time to me that I don't see how someone would want to waste it by speculating on the trivial details of someone else's life.
Speaking as someone who has recently started therapy, there's value in reliving your problems.
I don't like gossip. Most of it is boring. The non-boring stuff can make me feel guilty about spreading bad things about others. The good stuff can potentially make me feel worse about my own situation. So what's the point? I do humor some people who are into it and I've liked some on occasion, but I would much prefer other topics of conversation. So try not to overgeneralize. Many of us really don't like it.
Well, you need to know they received the answer. That being said, the greeting is optional, so I'd go howdy good ya. Goodbye bye.
My wife keeps track of my family way better than me.
My experience of men discussing drama is normally as a heads-up kind of thing. One person did something to another so they might not hang out for a while. It rarely goes deeper than that, and there's never any discussion about gossip from work when I'm with friends who have no idea who they are.
Some men want that. I sure as don't. When it's bothering me, I run until it stops bothering me. Talking about that with other people is like picking at a scab.
AC leak. Are they all in HVAC?
Right? I can talk all day with my buds about the pyramids, or the unknown. Much better than gossip.
Which ones? The ones in Egypt, Mexico, Peru?
That's a matter of opinion. Many men appreciate not being dragged into other people's if they don't have to be. These answers are from generations of gentlemen's agreements and treaties.
Can't tell you the knockdown drag-out arguments my boys and I have had over the dumbest like who would win in a fight, cavemen or astronauts. Or the fun we have MST3K the out of movies We bond over our escapism, not over venting sessions. If one of us needs to vent, then we all know it's serious and he's looking for options on how to handle it.